and welcome to Write This Moment, the podcast where we share our writing journeys through every chaotic moment.
We're your hosts, Peyton, and
Brittany. So, how are you doing, Peyton?
I'm good. I'm still alive. We made it. We have a one episode done. We just posted it last night, not for the public, but we're both super excited about it, I think. So, very excited to have those cute little podcasts and being pink together and pink and green. And it's been a couple weeks since we did the last episode, so I want
Yeah.
us to both share where we are, how we're doing with our current projects. So, how about you go into it? What is your current project going like? Because you said you were about to start drafting, and I know
Mhm.
that you have, so
I
that's very
have.
exciting.
Yeah, so maybe I should talk a little bit about what that project is. So, I'm currently working on another young adult romance novel, as I do, and it kind
Yes.
of centers around Valentine's Day and it's fake dating, and it's cute, it's fun, and I did start drafting it at the beginning of May, and I'm currently 16,413 words into the draft.
Yay. She's
Um,
so good. She does so much.
the drafting has not been going super smoothly. I feel like only recently I have found somewhat of a flow. It's been a couple of years since I've drafted a book. I've been like heavily into like revision mode or trying to like brainstorm or outline a book, and it just doesn't pan out into anything concrete enough to draft. And so it's been kind of hard falling back into drafting and having to, come to terms with the fact that it's not going to be super clean and
Yeah.
nice looking because obviously in revisions you're making the book better and you know, yeah. So it's been hard to go back to like the beginning and like
I'm
have those
sure.
non-polished words. So that's been kind of an adjustment. It's been a little bit difficult. And it just, it always takes a minute to get into the character's head and like figure out them and who they are and what their voice is. So I've been struggling a little bit, but I did do a 5K day recently that you were
Yeah.
supposed to join in with
I
me on.
was, and I wrote 1,000,
You
and you
flopped.
wrote, I did flop. I will say I was not feeling good. I think it was rainy, and that's when I do not feel good most of the time because the migraines come in, the joint pain come in. So the fact that I did anything at all
Yes, I'm
is
so proud of
pretty
you.
cool.
But yeah, so I did a 5K day, and I feel like that is when I kind of found my flow a little bit. I think because right now my goal for the month of May, because as we're recording this, it's still May, my goal is 25,000 words. And so that equates to 807 words per day, which is not a huge word count for me. And so I've been kind of sticking to that or doing just a little bit over that. And so I feel like just doing these little chunks every day or whenever I write, it's not enough to like properly find my flow. So I feel like doing that 5K day was like really beneficial to really just like immersing myself in the characters, in the world, and in everything that's going on. So I feel like that's when I found my flow, and I also started to let myself do placeholders, which I love doing, and I for some reason
Yeah.
wasn't doing at the very beginning. But I was like, I don't want to write this scene right now. I don't fully know what I want for this scene. So I'm gonna come back to it later, and that's been also very helpful. But yeah, I'm doing well. I'm a little bit behind in the word count goal, but I believe in
That's
myself.
okay.
I will get there. So
No, I believe in you. You are moving way faster than a lot of people do. So I think it's okay, especially because you haven't been drafting in years, like
yeah,
you said. So I can't imagine like shifting from revision mode for so long into writing words that don't feel so good. They are
it's
not nice and pretty like we
mm,
want them to be. And that's been my struggle, so I guess I'll go into my book.
yeah.
I was very vague with what this book is, and I usually am,
Hmm.
in the last episode, so I'll try to give a little bit more details. Um, but honestly, it is so messy and a bunch of different things that I love, which we're gonna get into later in this episode. A bunch of things that we love and like how we pick those things and it inspires us to create the stories that we have. So for this book, mine at the very center is a ghost paranormal haunting. My main character, she we start with her being a teenage girl, and there is this ghost demon-like lady who just keeps appearing to her every day, and it becomes, more and more like terrifying as this ghost not only is threatening her and like her everyday life, it starts to threaten her family, people that she cares about. So it becomes something like a parasite to her life, and lots of horrible things end up happening to her. So we catapult into the future with my main character. It is after this 6 year period that she had with this demon lady. She saw her every day, and it was not good. In the future, we know that something really horrible happened to the main character's sister because of this ghost bad spirit demon lady. So a lot of horrible things has happened to my main character. She moved away from the small town that all of this shit happened to her, but her neighbors still live there, and those neighbors were really good friends with her and her sister, and they kind of have this lost connection. A lot of shit went down. There's kind of a bit of betrayals and distrust. But when shit starts getting weird in the town again, and potentially this ghost is back to do some crazy shit, these small town neighbors got to reach out to my main character Ruth, and they get her to come back. So that it gives me like it vibes when all the characters come back and they're like, no, like this thing is going to end. So there's some murders throughout the town and there's some investigations, and my main characters are friends to lovers. So they were friends growing up, and he had a crush on her and she didn't really realize it. And now, as adults, and they haven't seen each other in years, feelings start to come about, and it's really cute. So, yeah, that's that. How is the writing going? I'm at, let's see how many words. 27,284. So I'm almost at 30,000. I'm really hoping to get to 30,000 this week. And I know we're sprinting today. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna get pretty close, I think. So I'm excited about that. I think I've written like 10,000 more words since the last podcast. So not as good as Brittany. Brittany is good as what she does. Um, but honestly, I've been struggling to, like you said, with the placeholders. I struggle
Mhm.
to let myself do that, and I'm trying to let myself like be more free with my writing, not let it be so perfect. And as I have done that, I'm writing more and more, and I've been doing writing sprints even just alone. And I'm like, I'm
Mhm.
getting faster. It's because I'm letting myself just let loose a little bit because the bones are here, I think the bones are here and I can make it better later. So I'm excited about it.
I'm so proud of you. Like,
Thank you. I'm proud of you.
I feel like you've come so far in the last few months with your writing and just like
Thank you.
letting yourself do it. And I'm just so proud. Um,
Thank you.
Now, isn't it your reward for hitting 30K buying your new Mac?
Okay, here's the thing. I said 30K and then I
Mm-hmm.
changed it to 50K.
Oh, did you?
I did. And honestly, I feel like that's probably good because I'm about to move like
Right.
early July. So I probably need whatever funds for that. And then I don't know, give me a little bit longer. This makes me really want to hit 50K. Like
Mm-hmm.
even more, I want my purple computer so bad. If anyone doesn't know what computer, it's an iMac and it's one of the newer ones, and they just have a giant purple computer. Like this color purple. I love this color purple. I got this with it in mind. Like I I know it comes with a mouse, but I'm just like whatever. Like I got a new little writing setup Because I've been writing, I've been rewarding myself a little bit, but that one's like a
You
really big
should.
reward. Thank
Mhm.
you. Do you have any rewards in mind for this draft, or do you just not do that?
I don't. I
You
should,
should. You should.
but no, I haven't like thought of anything, and I think I'm really bad at rewarding myself. And I think it's because I do write so much.
You do.
And like I know that I'm gonna get it done, so I feel like it's not really an incentive, it's just like an excuse to like buy myself something.
But why not? We all need to reward ourselves with things
I
sometimes.
know. I think I don't know. I've gotten in my head about it and I'm like, it's a normal thing that I do, so I don't need a reward. But that's silly. That's so silly.
You still deserve like good jobs and pats
Hmm.
on the back, even if you do it a lot, you know. It's
Yeah,
still hard
so
work.
I think I need to think about it, because I don't really know if there's anything that's like that I want that I'm not just letting myself buy already, like
Yeah.
books I'm just letting myself buy, records I'm letting myself buy. So like I don't know if there's like this one item that like I desperately want that I'm not letting myself buy already. So that one I
Yeah.
think I need to sit on, but you're right. I should be rewarding myself, celebrating. Um yeah, but I think it would be if I finish the book, not for like a specific word count or anything. So I've got some time to think about it for sure.
That makes sense. I won't lie, I do buy a lot of things too. So I feel like this works specifically for me just because this one's like really expensive. But it's
Hmm.
something I've wanted for years. So I don't know what I'm gonna do after the computer. You know, that's like a pretty big one. I'll get a car. No, I'm not. My car, my car is she's a 2013 and I'm gonna have her until she breaks down. Like,
That's
she's
probably
still
smart.
going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got a Honda Civic and those things are known for like those things are never breaking down. Like that's gonna get me to the end of eternity. So I'm good.
That's good. So do we want to get into the actual bulk of the episode now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I read, and you're still kind of currently reading, The Happy Writer by Marissa Meyer. Now, if you guys have not listened to her podcast, The Happy Writer, you definitely should. It's unfortunately over now, which I'm still not over. That is a
I am
heartbreak
sad.
that I'm still nurturing. But she wrote a book inspired from that podcast, and I love it so much. And there's a part in this book called Start an Inspiration List. And we
Yes.
thought that it would be fun to go over our own personal inspiration lists. Now, the way that Marissa Meyer kind of talks about it, um, she says, "What are your buzzwords? We all have them. The things you read on the back cover of a book and know you have to snatch it up immediately. The things that, as a reader, you're drawn to again and again. The elements of any story that make your fingers tingle to open the cover and dive in immediately. Make a list of these things, because chances are the things you crave in the books you read are also the things you want to include in the books you write." So she has 5 different categories of things that could be on an inspiration list. So we have objects and miscellaneous, creatures, plot stuff and tropes, characters, and settings. So we have created our own inspiration lists following Marissa Meyer's formula. And I am so excited to get into it because I definitely have those like crutch things that I always turn to, the things that when I'm picking up books to read, like I'm like immediately this thing makes me want to read this book. So I'm excited to talk about these things with you.
Me too, because I really I've noticed about myself, okay, this book is really pretty. I open it and it lists literally one thing that I like, you know? And I'm like, okay, it's pretty and it's about a haunted house.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll buy it. Like,
Yep.
it doesn't take much. So
Hmm.
these like inspiration things, I mean, it's very true. It's stuff that I'm trying to read, but it's also these things trickle into all the things that I've written
Hmm.
and other things that I hope to write someday. So it's a good thing to discuss.
I think so. I'm excited.
So, starting off with the settings category, I have a bunch of different settings that just inspire me for some reason. The most obvious one right now for me, because I'm writing like a paranormal horror novel, is obviously a haunted house slash old manor, like abandoned mansion, like things like that. I love anything that has to do, like when a house has a name, like blank house. Like that's when I'm like so interested
Hmm.
because when it becomes like somewhat of a character itself, I love
Hmm.
that. I love that. I love that. Um yeah, and my book it's not so much like the actual home. My book kind of follows my main character where it attaches more to a person than a place, which I feel like is not always the thing that's talked about. It's usually is like, oh, well, this spirit died here, so they're attached to this like weird place, you know? So for me, she's attached to a person, which I find interesting. But I love a creepy house.
Hmm.
It inspires
Uh,
me a lot.
I actually also have creepy houses and haunted houses
Yes,
on my list, which is funny because I've never written a book with that yet.
but
But
you could.
if there's a book with a creepy house or like anything like that, I'm like, give it to me. Like,
I
one of
know.
my favorite parts of The Archived by V.E. Schwab is like the hotel turned apartments that the main character lives in. It's called the Coronado. It's like my favorite thing. Like, that inspires me a lot specifically. And I would love to write, a book set in a haunted house or doing something. And I have like a very vague idea of something that I would like to do. But I don't know if I'm that kind of writer. We talked about it in the first episode. I'm a romance writer. I have not written anything paranormal or fantasy since I was a kid. I don't know what's stopping me, but it is terrifying. So maybe one day I will get there, but that is definitely something that I want to write one day, and it's definitely something that I love to read about. So
Wonder if you took your romance characters on a crazy date where they went into the town like haunted home and it's just like a weird thing that they do together. I'm
maybe I need to
pitching it.
pull an Ashley Poston where it's like a romance with like
Please.
a dash of something like creepy or magical. Maybe
Yeah,
that's the route that I need to take.
I would
Hmm.
love that. We're
Think
getting
we're
ideas.
unlocking some things here
Yeah,
potentially.
I love that. My next one is kind of like similar vibes, graveyards.
Ooh,
I love graveyards, which is kind of
yes.
creepy to say.
No.
But when I think about it, let's bring up the Vampire Diaries. Like the first episode of the Vampire Diaries, she's over here writing in her journal in a graveyard. Like that type of image, I love that. And then boom, the smoke comes in and boom, Stefan Salvatore walks through.
Okay, wait.
The
Peyton,
spooky vibes.
imagine. Imagine, okay. I'm gonna set a scene for you.
Please
You're
do.
you're filming a writing vlog. Okay.
Oh, in a graveyard.
S- But you have to write a book set in a graveyard while writing in a graveyard. You
Whoa.
think that would be like such a fun video?
I think that would be cool. But it
Like
has
the
to be like a really old graveyard, you know?
are there, yeah, I guess there are newer ones. Old ones run out of space. But yeah, oh my God, I'm picturing the vibes. I'm picturing you sitting in front of a tombstone. Oh my God, and then
Whoa.
you could like go through and like find a name that you like and name one of the characters.
I do stuff like that. Like a lot of my
Hmm.
last names come from street signs or just road
Hmm.
names. Like literally my main character's last name, Creedmoor, is a road near me. I love that road.
Oh, that is such a good name.
Thank you. But that's why I look at the roads because I feel like a lot of roads will have that like double word thing.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, so I'm always, if I'm going on a trip, like I actively look at like what things are called because
That's
and then
smart.
I'll write it down.
Yeah, I think you have to do a writing vlog in a graveyard.
That's such a fun idea. So spooky.
So spooky. And like do it at night.
Oh God, I don't know if I can do that.
Bring your
Scared.
boyfriend for protection. It's fine.
I know that he's gonna be scared too. We'll both be
That's
scared
okay.
because I
But
believe in the
he'll
ghosts.
oh my God, you should go ghost hunting.
I know, I believe in ghosts. He is hesitant about it. But I know his mom had a ghost experience and
Mm.
I have had a ghost experience.
I
So I'm
haven't.
like, that, like, it's real. Me and my
I
sister,
want,
yeah,
I want to believe, and I do,
no,
but
it's
I want to
real.
experience.
No, I know. Like, you can't, me and my sister had the same ghost experience. Like, we saw the same ghost and connected over it. Really weird. Maybe I'll tell people more about it another time because it's a story. But that really makes you believe. And that's why I am so interested in like all the paranormal things, like the books, the movies,
Hmm.
because like it scares me because I really do think it's real.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay, let's meet up and let's go ghost hunting. We'll buy all the equipment. We'll go right in a graveyard.
I would love to. That sounds amazing. We might get something following us home.
I'm okay with that. I live by a graveyard, so
I used to as well.
that's crazy.
Okay, next
Sorry.
one. What is your next one?
Ooh, okay. My next one, bookstores.
Oh yeah,
I've written
absolutely.
I've written about a bookstore before. That was in my book Reasons Why Not To. If you guys listened to the first episode, I talked about that book a little bit, but my main character and the love interest both work at this like little indie bookstore called Montgomery's, which is named
Yeah,
after the author of Anne of Green Gables.
of course.
Of course, gotta be Canadian.
Hmm.
And I just love the vibes. And I feel like it would be extra fun writing about it now, like writing about it again, because I now work in a bookstore. So I have more
Yeah,
firsthand experience of like what working at a bookstore is like. So I think that could be kind of fun. So it's something that I would like to revisit again. But if a book has a bookstore in it, I'm hooked. I'm like, yes, I love reading about book lovers. So,
me too. That was one on my list. Very specifically used bookstores, because then you
mhm.
get the books that other people have and they'll have things written in them. And I love getting a book that's like annotated by
Mhm.
someone and getting to see what they said. And then, oh my God, I wonder if you got a haunted book. Oh, a new idea.
Oh, is that not the plot of my story, Eerie Mysteries, that we talked about in the last episode? He
I
found
don't.
like this haunted spell book or something.
Oh,
I
it's
already
good
did that.
ideas.
Been there, done that.
It's good shit. And another one for me that is connected is a library. And right
Oh my God, me
now,
too. That was my
we
next
have
one.
to. Have to. My characters right now are actively really into going to the libraries because they're trying to get old like newspaper clippings and things like that about the town.
Mhm.
So they sit there. And my one character, he is like going to be a professor, so he's really smart.
Ooh,
So
I love that.
he loves the library.
The vibes are vibing. Oh my goodness.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I love reading about books that are like set in the library, like The Library of Shadows by Rachel Moore. Gotta shout out my
Yeah,
girl. The vibes of that one and her
I
writing,
love that one.
oh my God, so atmospheric, so beautiful. I want to live in the Radcliffe Library. Um,
Yes.
yes, I would love to write a book set in a library one day. I think that would be fun. I think I like have had very small ideas for a book set in a library or a short story set in a library, but that is 100% a setting that I want to explore in the future.
It's also something that I'm doing. A small town with big secrets. Because I
Yes.
grew up in a small town. I just love the cozy nature of like any of media that has a small town where everybody knows each other, the
Hmm.
big secrets, like it it goes deep, you know? So I love when there's a lot of history behind it. And I don't know, when it's a big city, nobody really knows each other. Like you could literally live in the same city as someone forever and never like meet them, know anything about them. So most of my stuff is in a small little area.
I love that. It's like if Gilmore Girls Stars Hollow had like a deep, dark secret, dark past.
Yes.
That kind of vibe. I'm obsessed. Um, my next one is a little bit niche because I'm Canadian, but Prince Edward Island.
Oh, yeah.
That that is where Anna Green Gables takes place. It's where Ella Montgomery lived for a chunk of her life, and I'm obsessed with it. Me and my mom are actually in the midst of planning a trip to PEI
Oh,
for
when?
the end of summer, so August.
Oh
I'm
goodness, that's soon.
literally shaking in my boots, so excited. This has been a bucket list dream vacation for me my entire life, but it's expensive to travel
I'm
within
sure.
Canada. But my mom this year, she was like, you know what? Maybe we should do it. And I was like, Mother, you don't know what you're doing to me right now. Like, I'm so excited. Like, I've been buying puffy sleeve dresses. Like, I'm ready for
Oh,
the vibes. But writing in PEI is like my dream. And I do have a book idea that is set in PEI. And it's one of those books that I tried to like figure out to draft last year and I couldn't do it, but I think I got a new idea for it that I could potentially build something off of. So I'm definitely planning on like brainstorming that and trying to figure it out a bit more before the trip. So once I'm done drafting my current book, I kind of want to delve into that just a little bit before I jump into revisions on a different project. And I think I want to bring like a little notebook with me, be that girl that's just carrying around a
yes.
notebook, writing down notes on what everything looks like, what it feels like, what it sounds like, what it smells like. I want this book to be immersive and to feel like you're actually there in PEI, and I know that Carly Fortune wrote a book set in PEI. So I'm just gonna follow in her footsteps and write my own, and hopefully people will want to read it and will love it
I
as
want
much
to
as I
read
do.
it.
I'm so
I
excited.
love that.
Yeah.
And you've
PEI
never been
is
there?
no, never. I
Hmm.
was gonna say I've never been anywhere else in Canada, but I can't say that anymore because I went to Toronto for Taylor Swift. So I've got to like rewire my brain a little bit. I've only been in my province, which is British Columbia, and then Toronto. Those are the only two places in Canada I've ever been. We're also going to go to Nova Scotia, which is like, right
Oh,
next to
yeah.
PEI, because my mom's like, if we're going that far, because it's literally on the opposite side of Canada, she was like, we might as well go to another place as well. So
Yeah. That
very
sounds
excited.
epic.
Mhm.
I'm excited for that.
I'm
Yeah.
so excited. It's going to be the best. So definitely writing something set in PEI is on the bucket list. It's in the pipeline. It's in the works. I just gotta nail down the story, but I am already obsessed with it. I just gotta solidify it a little bit more.
It's gonna be good. Yes, I
I
didn't
hope
even
so.
know that you had this idea.
Didn't you?
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry. I've failed as a friend.
Well, this makes my next one, not nearly as cool.
Oh, I'm
Because
sure it's great.
following that up, I did family restaurant to reference my Poppy's Pizzeria story.
Poppy's Pizzeria.
I have always loved things that was in a restaurant.
Hmm.
Wizards of Waverly Place shouting you out.
Do you know what this is reminding me of? Have you ever seen that movie? Um, oh God, what's it called? Oh
I don't
no.
know.
Little Italy.
No, wait, but with Hayden Christensen or whatever.
Yes.
I haven't
Mm-hmm.
seen it. I want to see it.
Okay, watch that, and I feel like that will fuel you to want to write Poppy's Pizzeria. I'm pretty sure it's in a pizza
Uh,
place. And it's so
oh
good.
my
There's
God.
like a rivalry between these two pizza places. They used to be best friends and then they had a falling. Like, oh my God, it's so good. Please watch that movie
Oh
like
my God.
today.
Wait, this reminds me of Tweet Cute by Emma Lord. It was
Love that
too,
book.
I do too. It reignited my restaurant love. And I read that when it came out, and they were also rival like sub places, I think.
Hmm.
And it's like they couldn't be together because their parents were enemies because of the
Exactly.
subs.
I wonder if
I
she
think it's
was
so fun.
inspired by Little Italy.
It sounds similar. So
It's so
maybe.
cute. It's so cute. Like, oh my God. Yeah,
I love him
me
because
too.
Anakin Skywalker.
Hmm. I don't
I
even
love,
like Star Wars, but
but
like that.
Anakin Skywalker is
The only
something
Star Wars
special.
movie that I think I've seen in its entirety, like I've seen bits and pieces of some, but I think, oh no, okay. I saw one in theaters, but I honestly wasn't really paying attention because I didn't want to go.
I
Um,
love Star Wars.
I don't. But I think the only one that I've ever seen in its completion and I actually liked as a child is the one where he turns into Darth Vader. Um,
Yeah.
and I was obsessed with little bad boy Anakin as he was like
No,
turning
I know.
evil.
It's definitely me and my sister had the biggest crush on him growing up because I don't
Hmm.
know. And he sparks so many things. This is going to be something probably brought up later in the inspiration list, like just like that dark, like anti-hero type character. It's just so good.
So
So,
good.
so good.
You have to write Poppy's Pizzeria. I'm gonna talk about it every episode until you're like, yeah, I'm returning to Poppy's Pizzeria.
I feel like I need to take the Poppy Pizzeria and then maybe just give it a whole new plot. Like we
Do
have the
it.
restaurant
Hmm.
because the story was not very good. Um, but maybe there's something there
There
for the
is. I'm
Poppies.
telling you. It deserves a second life.
Maybe it will be something cute. I'll finally write a romance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do it.
I
Mhm.
don't know if I'm capable.
You
It's so
are.
hard.
Okay, you write a romance with Poppy's Pizzeria. I will write my haunted house book.
I would love that.
Trade off.
No, we would be like beach read, like we're swapping genres.
Yes.
That would be so fun. Like if I'm really writing books, if we really did do that, like one summer, we just decided to like really swap genres and see what
Yes.
happens.
Yes. Go on a writing retreat together.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. I've been seeing people doing writing retreats. I'm so jealous.
Me too.
So we really need to do something like that because that would be
Hmm.
so nice.
I am out of settings.
Oh, okay. Let me just like power through the rest of them because I don't want to spend too much time on one thing, but
Hmm.
I have forests, gardens,
Ooh.
castles, which
Oh,
is mostly for my fantasy writing days.
right.
Really into beaches. I love beaches and lakes.
Hmm.
The mountains. I
Ooh.
also like the mountains. Spooky mountain vibes.
Love.
Um, love books set in universities. I love dark academia books, so I really
Hmm.
love these characters. They're just super smart, studying away, like usually some sort of competition. I love that.
Hmm.
Also love creepy motels, mostly because of Psycho and Bates Motel. I
Right.
love, I love Bates Motel. So those are my settings. Mostly creepy things.
Amazing. I feel like maybe we should segue into the plot stuff and tropes. I've got a lot of
hmm
those.
I have I have a moderate list, so I feel like I have more than I listed, so it's gonna come to me. So
Okay.
you can start it off.
Sure. So for plot stuff and tropes, my first one that I wrote down is friends to lovers, which we already know that you love, and we
Yes.
already know that I love, because we both have
Yes.
that going on in our books at the moment.
Yes.
I feel like it's an underrated trope. I feel like some people think it's
Yes.
boring, but I find that sometimes there's nothing cuter than like a little, they grew up together or they've always been friends. Maybe one's always been in love with the other one, but never said
Yes.
anything. Like, I don't know. I think there's something so beautiful about friendship blooming into something more. Obviously, friendship just on its own, also very special, very beautiful. But when it's like a friendship that like blooms into more, oh, it's just so beautiful and it feels like
Yes.
there's like a deeper connection there because you already know each other so well and like I don't know, there's already trust built. I don't know, I really love it. I think it's so sweet.
It is. I feel like both of our books, correct me if I'm wrong, they were friends, but they've had a little bit of a period of not really talking as much.
Hmm.
And then it's like they start becoming friends again, and then love.
Yes.
So I think that's so fun.
Hmm.
It's also on my list. Of
As it
course.
should be.
I guess I'll mention one. The top one on my list was actually enemies to lovers. We all love
Ooh.
that. I don't think I've met one person that hasn't enjoyed that, but I do think I like it when it really is enemies. I don't want this like, oh, I don't like you just because one time you said my hair was ugly. Like, no, I want some like war, like they hate each other, like for real, for
Hmm.
genuine good reasons. And then we can
Yeah.
really tackle like those reasons and like the different sides to both of them, where you can understand where both of them are coming from.
Hmm.
I
I
like
think
that.
that enemies to lovers does not exist in just romance novels. I think it can only exist in like a fantastical or like something like that. I think when it's a romance book, it's just hate to love.
I
I would
know.
consider them separate things. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I love that. I don't have enemies to lovers on my list, but I wouldn't mind a little hate to love or a little dislike to love. That's fun.
Because, like, what do you have in real life to truly be enemies? Like, just don't talk to each other.
Right. And I
Like,
feel like it doesn't make as much sense to be like true enemies and then fall in love in like a realistic setting. I'm like, if you're my enemy, I'm
yeah.
not talking to you. But it's more believable in a fantasy setting because you're already, suspending your disbelief for other things,
Yeah.
you know?
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Hmm.
My next one is slow burn romance.
Yes, I also wrote that down. Of
Yes.
course.
Yes. And my favorite is when I send you one of my books and you get mad at me because they don't kiss enough or they don't kiss fast enough. I feel
Yeah.
like I succeed when you yell at me
I do get frustrated. I
in a good
do.
way.
Yeah. In a good way, but it's like, oh my God. Oh,
Yeah.
but I love that feeling because at the same time, if they kiss too soon, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Like,
Unless it's
no.
like a thing where like they kiss and then they're like, wait, we shouldn't have done that. And then it's like a long stretch where they're like denying their feelings. I think that
Yeah.
can work. Um, I'm also a fan of almost kisses, which was my next thing.
Yes. I also have that.
Look at us.
Yeah.
Like, I love a good, I feel like I almost always have an almost kiss where they're like so close and then something like interrupts them or something happens and then they don't kiss and there's just the tension in that.
It's
Ooh,
the best type of
delicious.
tension.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I do love that. I just thought of something that's not on my list, but I must mention it because I always love it. When there's only one bed. When they're on a
Yes.
journey, whether it is in a fantasy story or real life, because boom, I just reread Summer I Turned Pretty, and
Yes.
we got the one bed and both boys in the room. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. It's always good. I think, didn't Vampire Academy do it at some point? I don't know. Every series has
Probably.
done it. I know. Every good thing ever has probably done it because the tension is crazy. They always put it in when they're so close to finally connecting. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh, this would be awkward if we did this. And then something happens. It's good. Or
Yeah.
getting locked
I
in a room and you hate each other.
Forced proximity, that's on my list. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to write, I didn't put this on my list, but I love a good one bed, and I think that I would love to write that. I wouldn't want to put it in a YA book, I don't think, but if I were to write an adult book that necessitated a one bed, I would take
Yes.
the opportunity and I would roll with it.
I love it. Oh my God. There was this one book that I read recently by Kennedy Ryan. She writes really good adult romances, and her couple is a divorced couple that share kids. And they
Ooh.
haven't been like in the same room in a million years, but they have a business together. So they go
Oh,
on a business trip, and the people assume that their hotel will be together. Crazy. Absolute
amazing.
crazy. I know, like that was so good.
That's insane. I love that.
Yeah, you gotta read that one. I think it's Before I Let Go.
Okay.
And she has that whole companion trilogy. She's so good.
My next one, which I have written before and I potentially will write again, and it's musical theater.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Who
So in the
doesn't
last
love musical
episode,
theater?
right? In the last episode, I mentioned my book, The Show Must Go On, which follows the characters as they put on a production of Grease. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had an idea for a companion book to that one
Whoa.
that gives, like, dumpling,
Mm-hmm.
right? And how there's pudding that is in the
Mm-hmm.
POV of like the mean girl from the first book.
Oh yeah.
Those are the vibes because there's the, mean girl, um, drama department's golden girl, Sabrina, and I want to write her story, which would be following the next semester after the show must go
I
on.
love that.
And my idea, I don't know if this is ever going to get written because the show must go on died in the query trenches,
We're
but
bringing it back.
I
I
would love
believe
that.
it.
Thank you. But I got an idea after Wicked came out that it would be Wicked, and
Oh,
Sabrina would be playing Glinda, obviously Glinda. And yeah, I feel like there's so much more growth for Sabrina that she could go through, and I want to explore it.
that sounds
So
so good.
yeah.
I'm I'm rooting for that. I love a companion
Hmm.
series. But that
Yeah.
always makes it, especially bringing someone who was like the villain character and adding layers to them.
Yeah, because she had
So
like
interesting.
obviously a bit of character development within the show must go on, but because she's not the main character, there's like not a lot. But there were some elements of her character that I wrote in, and she had conversations with my main character Ellie that I was like, I feel like I could delve deeper into this and give her her own romance in a different book, and like then you could see Ellie and Sebastian again and the other characters. I feel like there's another character that I could give a romance to potentially in the background that didn't get one in the show must go on, that I feel like it would just be fun to kind of throw that into the background of the book. Like it's something that I do want to write one day, but it's something that I think I will only let myself write if the show must go on ever gets a second life. So,
Well, I really feel like when you get an agent, that is like such a good thing to have. And then being able to tell them, like, I have this other thing that also can link to it. Like, and then
yeah,
a lot of people end up selling two books, it seems like. So I'm excited
maybe,
about this.
maybe. And yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens, how, things go. But that is,
Oh, the cookie crumbles.
yeah, that is the only other musical theater book that I have in mind. But if a book says musical theater, I'm in. I want to read it. So it was also just a lot of fun to write, and I was never in musical theater in school, because I just don't have the talent or the guts. And so it was my way of like vicariously living through my characters who are actually talented and do have the guts.
I wish I had the talent and the guts too, because some of my friends were in it, so I always went to the school plays
Me
and I
too.
saw them in it. And I'm like, dang man, that looks really fun. But I
Yeah.
can't sing,
Me
so
either. And I can't dance. I could
I can't
maybe
dance either.
act, but I do not have the guts to stand in
Yeah,
front of people, which is
me
crazy. I used to
too.
do talent shows. Who gave me the
What?
audacity? That is a different person.
What?
I
I
don't know
never
who
knew
that girl
that.
was. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was your
I
talent?
singing.
Oh, I love that. I've done karaoke as a kid, singing Bon
Yeah.
Jovi, and I thought I was good.
I also thought I was good, and the thing was is they would let anybody into the talent show pretty much. And so like I think it was grade 2 or 3.
Mhm.
I was in the talent show. I sang I Miss You by Miley Cyrus.
Oh,
And then I did it again the next year and I sang Seven Things by Miley Cyrus.
of course.
Had a little theme going on. And then the next year I did two songs. I did it with my friend
Whoa.
Kimberly. We did Magic by Selena Gomez.
Of course, you got in the bops.
And then I did Perfect by Pink.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. And then the next year, me and my friends did a dance to What Makes You Beautiful by One Direction, and
Oh
it
God,
was atrocious. I have video proof of this on my computer, and
I want to see it.
it's so bad. It's so bad. And then in grade 7, I emceed the talent show, and I also did a flute off with my best friend, where we
A
did like
flute off.
we did pop songs back and forth on the flute.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. Also,
Okay.
also not good, but probably better than the singing.
I didn't even know you could play the flute.
We did band in grade 7, so
Oh, I could play the recorder, as everybody
nice.
was forced to.
Hmm.
That was it.
Yeah, I can still play the flute a little bit. I have to like familiarize myself with the notes, but then like I can like get the hang of it and like muscle memory and stuff. But I still have a flute, so
Whoa. You gotta
Yeah.
whip it out one day for us.
No,
Do our intro music.
absolutely not. I'll do it for you privately. Private showing.
Okay. I wrote down where the boy falls first.
Me too.
Yeah. That's always a good one because it's like my boy falls first, like, I mean, years ago because they were friends. And I think
Mine
she
too.
thought that he liked her sister. No,
Oh,
bitch.
that's an
No.
interesting dynamic.
Yeah, so she was just like besties with him, and he actually wanted her. So nobody can
Wow.
communicate, you know?
Naturally.
Yeah.
What character can? That would be boring. I wrote down Grumpy Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
I have not yet written a Grumpy Sunshine, I don't think, but I feel like it could be fun.
No, yeah, for sure. I love a grumpy little person. I also, well, this is for my characters later, so I won't say that yet. Cold case murders.
What a switch up that just was. You're like,
I know.
wow, he falls first, murder.
It's the truth. That is my book.
Yeah, you are multifaceted, and I love it.
Yeah. Like, yeah, there's a little romance. It's the romance is the side plot of the book, you know?
Yes,
They're investigating what really has gone down, and a trail of bodies have happened throughout time. So, yeah, I love trying to unlock the actual true story, leaving the clues. That's what's been so hard, is leaving the little clues. I can't stand it. I'm gonna have to revise so intensely because I have a lot of the nuggets that I want in there, and I'm like, that's not the right time for this. Like, I'm gonna have to move this here. Whatever.
that's
I'm
fine.
getting
That's what
it out.
revisions are for, and it's gonna be so fun to like play with that puzzle,
I
I think.
hope
It's
so.
gonna be hard, but I think it's gonna be
It is a
satisfying.
puzzle because I have multimedia elements. Like I have
I
some
adore.
recordings, I have podcast stuff, some weird things I'm juggling that I've never done multimedia, but I want to. So,
I cannot wait to read this book. I'm actually salivating.
well, I'm scared because you're so excited and I don't want to let you down.
Girl, you could never.
I'm scared. I hope you get to read it. Because I literally never I only ever give you my like short things to read. I've
And
never
they're
given you.
good.
So you say years ago.
No, no, no. And like the snippets that you've sent me from this book are good. Like I'm
Thank
excited.
you.
So like I can only imagine what level and like what caliber you can get it to with a little bit of revising.
I sure hope so.
And like you can trust me with like a messy draft. If you want to give me the second draft, I will read it. I won't judge. I will
I'm
love.
debating, like, as soon as it seems like it could make sense to someone that's not me,
Hmm.
that's when I'd want to give it to someone.
Me.
Yeah, you are my person. I'm
I am
scared to
person.
let other people read it. Like, Kaden wants to read it. Sometimes he, like, walks up behind me while I'm writing, and I'm like, don't look at it. Like, it's, like, so bad.
Yeah, I feel
It's so
that.
scary. Because that's, like, this is raw material.
Hmm.
Like, he's like, you let Brittany read your snippets? I'm like, yeah, I fixed up those snippets before I sent it. You know?
Have you let him read the snippets or just me?
I've let him read, like, one of them.
Okay.
So, you've read more.
Yeah, I'm special. Haha, Caden.
Yeah.
Brittany 1, Caden 0.
He's like probably not even gonna watch this podcast. How rude.
Okay, loser.
He doesn't like podcasts.
How could you not like a podcast?
I
I
know.
live for a podcast.
Me too.
My next one, which I have not written, but I would love to. Rivals to lovers.
Oh yeah. That kind of goes into my like academia stuff that I love because I
Hmm.
love I don't know why I like it so much because I didn't enjoy studying in school, but I love reading about a character who's like just ferociously studying for something
Hmm.
and
It's
just
a vibe.
they just want to do well and like beat that
Hmm.
other student, you
Hmm.
know?
Yeah.
So it's a big thing.
Rivals are just fun, and I feel like they work well in YA because of, all the school things going on. Like I read,
Yeah.
I think it's What's Not to Love by Emily Wibberley and Austin Sigmund Broca, and that was some Rivals to Lovers that I ate up. It was so good.
Yeah, I feel like it does work because it could be sports related, it could be school related.
Hmm.
I can't think of anything else right now, but I'm sure there's a lot of things.
It's a good time. Good time.
hmm Let's see what I got here. Okay, these two are kind of related. So I like fairy tales and Greek mythology.
Hmm.
I have messed around with fairy tales. I did like a loosely inspired Little Mermaid screenplay, which I realized I didn't talk that much about in the last episode. It was originally going to be a novel, and then I took a screenwriting class, and that was my current idea. So I made it into a screenplay. Never written a screenplay before. And unfortunately, writing that screenplay was so painful that it made me not want to write the book anymore. So,
Really?
yes, yes, yes. But it was like a loosely, it was like sapphic Little Mermaid retelling in our modern day. So
Damn.
it was fun. It was fun, but we had to read it in class. We
Mm.
had we assigned people the characters, and I'm just with a bunch of like white dudes, and I have these two sapphic mermaids. Those are the people reading my characters.
I can only imagine.
Oh God, it was something. But I I love fairy tales. I'm really inspired by fairy tales. So I would love to actually do like retellings in the future, even if it's just like loosely inspired. Like we mentioned, Ashley Poston. I love the Geekorella books. Those are
Yeah.
so good.
They're so good.
I wish she would do more. Like it upsets me, but I don't feel like she's going to.
I feel like she's very much so in her adult romance lane, and I feel like
I
she's gonna
know.
stick there because she has good success there.
She does, and I get it.
Heartbreaking. Me too.
It's heartbreaking for us because we've been here.
Sitsuki Gorilla. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. And I love Greek mythology and like Roman stuff. So I took classes in college. I took a mythology class, I took a Roman civilization class. Like I was in it. So I do think I have some knowledge and things that I could pull from if I ever wanted to dip my toe into it. I'm interested.
My next one. I feel like we gotta wrap this up. We're talking too much.
I know
My
there's so much good shit to say. I'm sorry.
my next ones I'm gonna lump together because they're my top two favorite tropes ever to exist in this world. And it's
Whoa.
second chance romance and fake
Yeah.
dating.
Oh yeah, of course the fake dating.
Of course, the fake dating. I, at this point, have written three fake dating books, and I only want to write more. So
Yeah, you're dedicated to that trope.
dedicated. I'm in an exclusive relationship with the fake dating trope.
I
I'm a
love
minute
that. The
with
fact
it.
that you can keep thinking of other ways to do it, like that's great.
Yeah,
Keep doing it.
it's so good. I have a brand, and it is
Yeah,
fake dating.
everybody
um,
can come to you for that.
mhm. And second chance romance, I just love it so much. I read so many second chance romance books. I think I've only written it once, and that was my book, What You Mean to Me. And I had a blast with that trope. So
hmm
good. The feelings, the tension, amazing.
I don't feel like I've ever tried to do second chance. And now I feel like I'm so jaded towards my ex-boyfriend. I can't imagine. I cannot imagine like even and then any of the other people from my past like don't have good feelings about anybody. So I cannot I cannot imagine like trying to write something like that just because of personal problems.
I just cannot believe that you just dropped the ex-boyfriend thing.
I literally don't care. He's done so many bad things to me, so
So, I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but that was so funny.
but I do agree that is like a solid trope if
Yeah,
your person's not like
an
horrible.
asshole. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got to have done something. Like there had to be a reason for the breakup, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like it can't be so bad that like it can't be fixed, you know?
Yeah, I love Happy Place. That's like one
Ooh,
of my
yes.
favorite.
Fake dating and second
I
chance.
know it like
Oh,
blended them both, so that's
no.
great.
I've been second chance twice because my Christmas book was
Really?
second chance and fake dating. So I
Oh
always forget that
yeah.
book exists.
That's not good.
It's because I only did the first draft and then I never looked at it again. So,
Yeah, that
you
makes
know,
sense.
yeah.
Well, dang. Let me zoom through the rest of my shit. All I had was unexpected inheritance. I love the idea of randomly
Hmm.
getting rich one day, so I would love that to happen. And I'd love
Yes.
to live through the character with that.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then another one, forbidden romance, kind of with,
Ooh.
you kind of mentioned rivals to lovers, something where it's just like, oh my God, if we date, the world is gonna hate us. Whether it's like
Beautiful.
rival fantasy groups or something, I don't know. But it's always juicy.
So my last two, workplace romance, which I
Mm-hmm.
have not written, I don't think. A little bit, not really. Not in the way that I'm thinking of it. Love it. The tension, the vibes. Kind of
Mm-hmm.
got a bit of a forbidden aspect to it as well.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then this one's not a trope. I guess it could have technically been in a setting, but I feel like it's more plot stuff. But school dances.
Oh
I feel like
yeah.
I always, if they're in school, I feel like there's a school dance. You
Yeah.
know?
Any sort of dance, balls,
Yeah.
masquerade things. I love
There's a
that.
school dance in the book I'm currently writing, and I'm excited to get to it. It's at the very
Yes.
end of the book. So I got a bit of a ways to go, but I'm excited.
I love the dances. So, moving on to character inspirations, I have a lot of different things that I like in a good character. So,
Mhm.
I'm just gonna go in and list them out because we've been talking a lot. But cinnamon roll characters,
Soft
especially a
boys.
cinnamon roll character that like doesn't really seem like it at first, but then you just open up their little, I don't know, their guard that they had, and then boom, they just melt before you. I love that.
Hmm.
I love chronically ill characters because bitch, that's me.
Yes.
So I'm always trying to find those people. But especially when they're still when if it's not all about that. That's why I really seek fantasy books, thrillers, when there's a crazy ass plot involved and that's not like the main thing that they're talking about.
Hmm.
Um, I love love interests that are very playful and unserious. They have just like a lot of humor, always messing with them. And then like maybe the main character is like, I don't know, not as humorous and is like, oh my God, shut up.
Hmm.
Okay. And then I love anti-heroes. I
Ooh.
love dealing with people that it just makes me think of The Last of Us right now because that's on my mind.
Hmm.
Characters where, I mean, they all have done something wrong. You can see
Yeah.
why they're all angry at each other. So when both of your main characters are like anti-heroes, that is tricky. And I love it.
Hmm.
Like
Amazing.
what makes someone bad? What makes someone good? Like I love dealing with those questions.
Hmm.
Dark and lonely past, but
Hmm.
then they have like a found family.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of
Introverted
Kaz
main
Brecker.
characters. Literally, literally.
Kaz
I love
Brecker.
him. Introverted main characters, and nerdy characters.
I've got nerdy love interests.
Yes, literally because I'm into nerds.
Mm.
So, like, I feel like that's just what we need.
Yeah.
Cute nicknames. This is not even really like a thing, but I
Yes.
love they have to have a cute nickname.
Oh, I didn't even write that down, but that's absolutely something that I love. Like the last name, nickname.
Hmm.
Right now,
I have to have it.
right now, my love interest, he either calls my main character by her last name or by like a shortened version of her name. So he either calls her Summers
Oh,
or her name is Isabel. So he calls her Issa.
no. I have some that I'm messing around with, and I don't know how I feel about it. So we will not share. I love royalty, anyone, especially when they didn't know it. I know it's like so common, but let's just deal with, like I said earlier, being rich. Oh my God, I'd love to pretend that was me. So I'd love to write about that. I have written it. My fantasy book, my main character was a princess, so I do enjoy that. And then anxious characters.
Me too.
Yeah. And then different types of like anxiety, because some people are anxious about different things.
Mhm.
So having different characters.
Yeah.
And that's it. I
Okay.
powered through those.
Beautiful. I will power through mine next. So I have writers, but also readers.
Exactly. I
Yes,
should have wrote that down.
I've got a couple of reader main characters. Definitely got some writer main characters. That's
Mm-hmm.
literally the whole crux of my adult romance is being a writer. Love it. It's just, obviously it's relatable. So I enjoy,
Yes.
you know, simple
Me
as that.
too.
I also had the nerdy love interests. It's a thing. They're cute. And then love interests who wear jewelry.
Oh
That is kind of my
yeah.
shtick, my thing.
I love that.
Yeah, rings, earrings.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan, big fan. Mental health, specifically anxiety, social
Mm-hmm.
anxiety, depression. Those are things.
Mm-hmm.
I think my main character in my PEI book has depression. So, very excited to explore that. Celebrities. And then
Oh yes.
to go off of that, normal people romance, like celebrities slash normal people. That's what You Mean to Me was. Very exciting. Just love the
Yes.
vibes. It's a
Me
good
too.
time. And then I, I think this goes in this category, but I put pets. Love
Oh,
when a character has a pet. I specifically put cats because I'm a cat person.
yes. I wrote cats. I put it in the creatures section.
I suppose that would have made sense, but I think I was thinking creatures as being like fantastical.
No, I know. I literally had everything else being fantastical, and I put cat.
And cats. So I guess that could kind of go in either one, but cats. And then that's it. That's what I've got.
Yes, those are some good ones. Both of
Thank you.
ours. Juicy shit. So that leaves us with creatures and objects.
I feel like
I,
creatures is a good carry off of
yeah,
characters.
I wrote a bunch, pretty much all the creatures, if I'm being real, because
I've got
I
one.
really,
I don't
oh
write
my God.
fantasy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
Well,
I
that I
bet
have so many.
I bet you we can all figure out what my creature is.
Wait, what?
Ghosts,
Okay.
obviously.
Okay, I was like, wait, what? Okay, yeah. That should have been
Uh,
obvious. I'm sorry.
no, you're fine. You're being
But
silly.
like ghosts could be in your story because if you believe they're real,
Yeah,
it's contemporary.
I want to write a ghost hunting book. That's what I
Please
want.
do. We have to swap genres. I'll
We
put the
do.
Poppy's Pizzeria romance book and you do this ghost hunting adventure.
Yeah, I want to do it badly, and I want like Tower of Terror kind of like vibes and aesthetic.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's good. I
Hmm.
love that.
Thank you.
For mine, I did want to bring up something that we have not mentioned. I don't know if you're gonna think of it, but me and Brittany wrote something together. We never mentioned it because the project did not go very far. I don't even know how far we made it, but we were so excited about writing, yes, a fantasy an urban fantasy book together.
Hmm.
We we called it Shifters because that probably was the working title. Okay.
Hmm.
Because we are very fascinated by shapeshifters. Okay, and we were really brewing up a shapeshifter chaotic romance with drama. Like it was gonna be good. So I do love shapeshifters. Like imagine being able to like do that.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Whether it's a werewolf or something else. Shapeshifters. So maybe one day we'll revive that book.
maybe. I feel like it needs a new plot.
Oh
I feel
yeah, I don't
like
even
it,
remember the plot. It's gone.
yeah, I don't know. It was
The character
something.
vibes. The
We were
character
going
vibes were
deep
there.
into the characters, yeah.
That's pretty much all we probably had.
We had some world building plot stuff, and then we kept separately writing snippets and sending it to each other. So
It was fun. It was a good time.
it was a time.
It was a time. So, I will list off quickly all of my other creatures. They're pretty basic. Obviously, ghosts slash demons, mermaids. So, I've written ghosts, I've written mermaids.
Hmm.
Vampires, I've never written vampires, but I've always loved them. So, would not be surprised if I did that one day. Zombies, I've written zombies.
You have.
So, I love zombie apocalypses and just how it, you just, only the bad people survive. Like, the good people are gone. They won.
Mm.
So, it's chaotic. I did put cats. So, fairies, witches, and dragons. I have written fairies. I have not written actually I have. I have had some witches. Okay. They were in my fantasy book, so
Mm.
no dragons. Actually, oh my God, I'm stupid. I have had a dragon in my fantasy book. And one of my
Did
characters
you?
was I did. One of my characters was really well known for slaying this dragon, so he had like a lot of like legend behind him. And I completely forgot. It's been so long.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I have dabbled in a lot of different creatures. There's probably more that I'm interested in. So who knows?
Exciting. Beautiful.
Now we have objects and miscellaneous.
Okay, I can start off. So my first one, it's not an object. It's miscellaneous, but music. Music
Hmm.
always finds its way into my books. Like What You Mean to Me, he's a musician.
Yeah. Yeah.
Musical theater. And in my book AMS, they are like in band. So like they play the flute, they play, all the different instruments. And music is just like a way for her to like escape her life and like, do that. So music always finds its way into my books to some capacity. Love it. It's a universal thing. We all
It's a
connect with
good thing.
music. We all love music. So I feel like that's a good thing. Figure skating.
Oh, that's so fun. I love ice skating. It's so
Hmm.
fun.
I haven't really read that many books with ice skating. I read The Favorites by Lane Fargo recently, and that one is like ice dancing, which was really interesting. Kind of had like Daisy Jones and the Six vibes, in the way that
Oh,
it was kind of like told. But that one was really interesting, and I love watching figure skating movies and shows, and I
yeah.
would love to find a way to put it in a book one day. We'll see if I ever do, because I feel like that would include doing a lot of research on figure skating, which is a little intimidating.
But
And
you
then
could do it.
I feel like, yeah. And then I'd have to like go ice skating. I haven't been skating in probably over a decade, so I'd have to like refamiliarize myself with being on the ice. But, I'm in Canada. We ice skate.
Yeah.
So
That's so true.
I feel like that's a natural thing to do.
My first one is miscellaneous. I love competition books, like,
Mm,
especially if it's deadly, which is horrible. But when there's just really high stakes for the character to win said competition, And then that does end up having all the rivalries. It just brings in so many dynamics that we have already mentioned. So
Hmm.
I love that. I love that. And then next one, magical objects plus weapons, just because, I've written a lot of fantasy things. So those are always a thing. Magical swords and stuff like that. That's always good. So, um, kind of connected to that is like magic wands.
Ooh.
I I kind of don't want Harry Potter to gatekeep this forever. I want other things to use this. Like I think wands are so cool. And actually in my fantasy book I did have everything's coming back to me. I did have witches and warlocks and they did have wands. So I
Wow.
thought that was fun. And I'm sure there's other like wizard books and things out there that do that. But I just see a lot of people doing like, like the potions and like they're brewing things. I'd love to see like more people do that. So,
Hmm. Love that. Keys, specifically antique
oh,
keys. I've always been
oh,
obsessed with keys. And another inspiration that I'm specifically thinking of again is The Archived by
that's
Peach
what I
Ball.
thought.
Yeah. I just love a good, antique little creepy key. And
Hmm.
I'm assuming it would go in like, my ghost book somehow. But I love a good key. They're cool looking. I love them. Yeah.
I
I was
love
kind of like
that.
Zoe 101 as a kid. Like I wanted to be her with like around my neck.
Me
And
too.
I feel like that's where it started.
Yeah, she started like a whole thing for you.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yes. And then I also have vinyl records. I wrote
Hmm.
that into AMS. Would love to explore it a little bit more, but I love a good vinyl record. And then my other two, I'll just say quickly because it's like nothing interesting. Podcast, which I actually think was no, that's this one. My highlighters kind of look similar, but podcasts. I know you're currently writing a podcast. I would love to include one in some
It's
aspect,
so fun.
some way. And then baking.
Oh
I hate
yeah.
baking in real life. Do
Oh,
not enjoy.
really?
Yeah, I find it stressful. I don't know why. But baking, in terms of being in a book, is a lot of fun. Like, I'm thinking cozy vibes of To All the Boys, or like
Oh
a baking
yeah.
competition, or, just something like that, I think would be a lot of fun.
I do love that. I think that's funny though that you hate baking, but you like it in the books.
Hmm.
I
I
hate
wish that I
cooking.
liked it. I hate it all. I do not
Yeah.
belong in a kitchen.
I don't really like baking, but I like desserts so much
Hmm.
that I will make a cake
I get my
just
mom to
because of
make
it.
it, or, my friend Lorena is a baker, so she just bakes everything and it's delicious. And she's my baker. She fulfills that for me. So thank you, Lorena.
That's good. It's good to have a good friend that can cook and bake.
Yeah, she's got me covered.
I only have two more, so
Okay.
that's good. Mine prophecies. I did have a
Ooh.
big prophecy in my fantasy novel. So, and
What I'm
I
getting from this is
a
that you
lot
just need to
about
return the fantasy book because it has everything that you want to write in it
I
already.
know. Well, I was very inspired by the one that she already had because she gave a bunch of examples and like those were all things that I've always liked. Um, but I don't know, I think I have other fantasy stories within me because most of my ideas have had some sort of magical twist to it. So these things come and go, I guess. But yeah, prophecies, I always sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't because the chosen one idea, like sometimes that's annoying. But
Hmm.
at the same time, it's like I don't know, like they were always meant to be that special person. How do you cope with being the chosen one? I don't know. I don't know. And my other thing is something that I'm actively doing with this book is dealing with clues and like puzzles, solving all of this shit. Because they're finding things throughout my book that help put this little puzzle together. And it's so confusing to do that. I've never really written a mystery, so it's very complicated, but I do think it's all gonna come together
It will.
these little things. I think some of them are out of place, but the ideas are here. And I don't want to tell you about it because I really want to know if these things are surprising. That's always
Yeah,
what I'm trying to go for. Because if you already know, you won't really know if you would have
that's
thought
fair.
this or not. So that's it. Those are our inspirations. We have a lot. And like probably
Hmm.
so many more than what we mentioned. I feel like
Oh,
we went over a good bit though.
yeah.
And we see those ties with the things that we've written all the way from the Poppy's Pizzeria to to the all the other things that we have worked on. So, yeah,
This was
I
fun.
think we did it. Thank you guys so much for joining us again. I really hope you already clicked subscribe to our YouTube channel where we have the video podcast, but also follow us on all of the podcast streaming platforms that you may be using. We are super excited to continue talking about our writing journeys every 2 weeks. That's what we're doing. So you better be here for the next episode. And yeah, I guess we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.